Looking back, I see the cracks. Little hairline fractures in the foundation that I ignored because I wanted to believe in something solid. Love, trust, whatever you want to call it. But hindsight is the cruelest teacher. It doesn't whisper, it shouts. I'm 25 from the US, my ex, 22 from the Philippines. We spent 4 years together, long distance but real. Real enough to meet multiple times. Real enough to start the process of bringing her here to live with me permanently. Real enough for me to believe we were building something that would last. I always prided myself on being the kind of guy who didn't let paranoia eat away at my relationship. I wasn't controlling, I wasn't insecure. Sure, the occasional thought crossed my mind, was she being faithful? But I never let it consume me. I believed in giving her space, trusting her, letting her be her own person, and she never gave me a solid reason to doubt her. Until the day she left. It was so casual. A message, going to the grocery store, be back later. Something about the way she said it felt off. Half jokingly, I replied, sounds like you're never coming back. She laughed. You'd think that, wouldn't you? Then she disappeared. At first it was fear. Pure, gut-wrenching, ice-cold fear. Her family was panicked, bombarding me with messages. Have you heard from her? Is she with you? Do you know where she went? I didn't, and the thought of her missing, possibly in danger, was more agonizing than anything else. The police got involved, posters went up. Seeing her face under the words, missing person, did something to me that I still can't explain. My mind spun through the worst-case scenarios, kidnapping, a fatal accident, something sinister in the shadows. I barely slept. Every second stretched into eternity. Then I found out the truth. She left me. For another guy. And in a sick, twisted way, knowing that hurt less than not knowing at all. Sure, betrayal cuts deep. It rips through your sense of security, shatters your trust, makes you question your own worth, but at least she wasn't dead, at least she wasn't in danger. The relief hit me first, before the rage, and after the rage, clarity. She wasn't a good person. I see it all now. The small, ignored signs, the things I brushed off because I wanted to be a good partner, because I wanted to believe in the best version of her. And maybe that's the lesson. Some people are just going to do what they're going to do, no matter how much love you pour into them. But this is where the story takes a turn. In the wreckage, I found someone unexpected, her sister. She reached out to me first. At first it was just to check in, to make sure I was okay. She felt awful about what her sister did. I asked her if she had seen this coming, if she had noticed anything. She hesitated, then admitted. There were signs, but nothing glaring. Nothing that screamed betrayal. Just odd glances. Little inconsistencies. Moments that in hindsight made too much sense. And then, the final blow. When my ex finally resurfaced, she messaged her family to say she was never coming back. And then, like the cherry on top of the wreckage, she told her sister to block me. Her sister didn't. Instead, she confronted her. How could you do this to him? How do you think he feels? Her response? A chilling, hollow line, he'll figure it out soon enough. That was it. That was the moment I knew she never deserved me. And the more I thought about it, the more I realized. She knew that too. She told me before. Not in those exact words, but in little confessions, whispers that I had mistaken for insecurity. I don't deserve you. I had always reassured her, but now, I understood. It wasn't insecurity, it was guilt. The months passed. Her sister and I kept talking, not out of revenge, not out of some misplaced attempt to fill the void, but because she was kind. She was warm. She was real in a way that my ex never was. And then we fell for each other. It wasn't planned. It wasn't calculated. It just happened. And when my ex found out, she blocked her sister immediately. I guess in her mind we're both traitors now. Homewreckers. But the irony? She was the one who set fire to the house in the first place. And honestly, I don't care. Because at the end of the day, life isn't about getting even, it's about moving forward. My ex made her choice and I made mine. And if there's one thing I've learned through all of this, some people will walk out of your life like they were never meant to stay. And sometimes the person who truly cares about you was standing in the background all along. If you enjoyed this, like, comment, and subscribe, and if you'd like to, you can tell me stories about your significant other in the comments down below.